Yeah, another little bit of tidbit information too, but I'm finding so many more and more uses for magnet mounts like this. Just anything and everything. You know, I was using them for LED lights, some of the machines, but I'm finding more and more uses for them. I've been using them on my cattle cameras too, so I don't have to put so many screws in and stuff. If I got metal, I'll use these. Mounting stuff, I'm gonna make a little mount for the grain cart scale and the camera, but I'm gonna just make a platform for it and put magnets on the camera and the grain cart scale so that if I gotta move it somewhere, it's real easy. I bought a lot of these magnets here the last year, a lot of them. Lots of magnets on the back. You can see all the magnets on there. Pretty strong grip, and these holes too, threads in here. I think they're a metric 8, so you don't necessarily have to use these bolts it comes with. So if you have a thicker mounting plate or something where you got to get a bolt through, just find the correct metric bolt that fits these threads and use them to screw it in. I mean, you can only screw it in so far, you know, but just find the right size, or you just use a couple spacers, and they're so useful. Magnets, so useful. That's what I did on this tractor too. The TS, little TS. When I put those lights up last year, they're all magnet mounted. I mean, they're kind of permanent, but you can turn them, move them. They've got a little bit of play, especially the side ones. You know, you can move them around and repoint them easy. It's just on a magnet, so real easy. My TS6, when I did those lights up there many years ago, those I just have mounted with bolts, you know, on the thing. Didn't really attempt to try magnets, which now in hindsight, I wish I would have used magnets on there now. Would have been a lot easier. But yeah, some more food for thought. Magnet mounts. Absolutely useful. Incredible. Well, it's finally here. The new to us truck and trailer. It's non-stop here, but whew. Well, finally at home here. Yeah, I bought a brand new trailer and Dad bought the tractor. I'll go a little more over this in detail at a later date, but a few things wrong with it. Got some things fixed at the dealership, but there's other things that oh yeah, see what I mean. I'll put it this way: the dealership we bought it from didn't end on good terms at all, so very disappointed. So yeah, some issues with it. As you can see, there's been tape on the dash here before because there's some lights on it, but yeah, we had a gauge installed in here. We got a little bit of corn on back right now, but we got to get a new panel here yet because these buttons don't work. They're sticky. The vents are glued. I can see glue in here. These vents have been glued, every one of them, so we got to get that fixed. There's, like I say, broken panels here. As they say, so that thing fell out. Where'd I put it now? See, some stuff is broken in here. The cab is a little dirty in here than what I like, and yeah, there's just some grime and sand, and like it wasn't very detailed. I gotta put a CB in here yet. I gotta work on this chair. It's like really, it gets annoying. Once we brought it home, we took it to our usual truck mechanic out in Oaks, North Dakota. There's a truck stop there. And when we brought it home, we took it straight to there to get it trailer fully, you know, wired up, plumbed up for the lift axles. We had to install a pressure gauge in here this is for the front, for the drive tires here, so we know how much weight's on them. We had that installed in there. Of course, checking engine codes on here, and a couple things got fixed, and also new windshield, because this truck was supposed to be DOT'd from the dealer we bought it from. They didn't DOT it because, well, the windshield didn't pass and they didn't tell us. So not sure what happened. This came from Indiana and the trailer came from Nebraska. Bought it from a guy down there. Super good guy to work with on that. The salesman that we bought this from, the dealership we bought this trailer from, he took it to his place, his farm, let it sit there once it was built, got it on a nice, clean, quiet day, dry roads, so nice and clean. But this thing though, we told him specifically we did not want it to see salt. And guess what? It was delivered on one of the worst days possible down there. The salesman told us, like, if this was my truck, I'd get it washed. There was ice chunks falling off of it. It just looked horrible. In a nutshell, the trucking company didn't do anything about it, and the dealer we bought it from didn't do anything about it. So we were pissed, to say the least. This thing is coated with salt. So thank God the salesman that we bought this trailer from, he took care of us with this. We reimbursed them handsomely for taking the truck 60 miles, took it to a truck wash, got the outside detailed, and yeah. And then he held it at his place till we had a good weekend. Nice, clean roads to go get it then. So I'll just show this here. I haven't changed these mud flaps yet. This is the dealership we bought it from. I don't want to utter the name, as you can see for yourself. The place we took this truck to in Oaks, Truck and Trailer Sales, that worked on the truck for us here. I asked for some mud flaps if I could, because I kind of told them the story. I asked them, you know, could I have some mud flaps, and they gave me 2 mud flaps free back here. So 2 brand new mud flaps free. So these mud flaps are coming off. I'm putting other ones on. So they've always treated us well in Oaks. They've always treated us well. Really, really smart guys down there. So dropped it off there the weekend, and somebody was around there and kind of gave them the rundown, list of stuff, and got it done in a timely manner. It would have gotten done quicker, but like I say, we had to wait for the windshield though to come in. The truck also has it's an automatic in there. It's the Volvo's iShift transmission in there. So it's essentially like it's an automated manual. Basically is kind of what it kind of technically is. It's not a true automatic, but it's, you know, close as you can get it with that transmission. So, but it's not the premium. The premium would have more, you can manually select gears, you know, you can manually control the shifting on it, which if this truck works out good, maybe in a couple of years we'll upgrade. I think it just basically has to be a different shifting panel in there. It adds a couple more buttons to it, and also that the transmission has to get reprogrammed to accept it then. So I think that's basically all that has to be done to get the premium version, which I haven't had it under load yet, so we'll see how it works. But so far it's weird driving it. It's easy, but it's weird. I suppose I'd just say where we got the trailer from. It's from a D&D Trailer Sales out of Dwight, Nebraska is where I bought it out of. So trailer. So I give them a thumbs up. They say he took care of us down there when that other salesman went sour with the tractor here. So basically what I found out here over the last 10 years making purchases, I find it's more important to have good rapport after the sale than it is before or during, because after sale treatment is by far more important. That can either make or break the transaction. So, but I'll say it was another common case of got paid in full, done. Don't need to do anything else. It's just amazing, like, you know, when we bought this truck, how much cab damage there was. I mean, this truck doesn't even have 300,000 miles on it yet. I think it's got like maybe 280 on it, 280 some. When we bought it too, like there was damage to the cab. It's the same thing with this truck too. 260,000 miles on it, and the cab is just like stuff broken in there. It's like, no wonder why company fleets replace their trucks after so often, because some of their employees and operators, some of them, I'm not saying everybody, some of them are just, you call them slobs. They don't care. It's really a shame, really. Same way with looking at for grain trailers, as I mentioned before, last fall. Just even a couple 3-year-old trailers, just beat to piss. And they still wanted an arm and a leg for you. And it's like, well, you might have to dump 10 to 20 grand into it just to fix it up. It's like, well, now I'm at the same price as a brand new trailer. So it's like, just amazing how many grain trailers I probably looked at 100 of them. I've seen some where the frame rails are bent. You look straight down the trailer, and it's bowed one way or the other. There's cracks on it. Stuff is just rusted from running over so much salt. It's just like, And when we finally did find a couple good used ones, it's like, oh, this might need to get replaced. Oh, this here, it's like, oh, they still want this much money for it? Yeah, it's like, man, I'll happily pay an extra 10 grand to get a brand new trailer. Then I know what I'm getting. So it's just one of those things. Then we got the options I wanted then. So I'll have a lot more to say in the future on it. So stay tuned for that whenever I have time for it. So. As you can see here, see where the tape was at over the top of this stuff. See, we had no idea that was rawn until we actually got to the truck to pick it up. Like I say, it's amazing. It's amazing how much more stuff you find rawn. Here's what it is. Kind of stupid, so. But here's the I-shift transmission here. You know, it's just the standard. The premium would have plus minus buttons, economy and performance mode, and then the ability to you know, upshift and downshift manually with it. So, but engine brake is up here. Yeah, so, but got 8.5 miles per gallon with it on the way home, and that was bucking a wind too, empty. Yeah, this thing takes up some space in here. It's not quite all the way up because the corn header up there, but it's taller. I didn't know that has that much travel back here. That's crazy. It has that much back here. Huh, I guess so. I suppose basically gonna be the truck and combine building, I suppose, huh? And some equipment too, I guess. So yeah, and that's why the drill is selling the drill to get a little more room in here. So opens up a lot because, well, this is one of the reasons why. This takes a lot of room. Yep, welcome to April. Normal start to April, I suppose. Nothing new here. Didn't get as bad as it was supposed to here, so they're calling up to maybe up to a foot of snow at most initially, but not as much snow now. Maybe we'll have about a lot of it melted already though, but I don't know, at least 4 inches of snow so far. Probably get a couple more today with some rain too. Not a whole lot of wind, so that's been helpful. 3 calves popped from the main herd. We got the one south of the barn right now. She calved on Sunday when it was nice out yet, so she's over there. You calved yesterday evening. You started feeding, and now we just put a new calf in here. He just laid down. Yep, he's tired, or she's tired. So, ugh, yuck. I see ya. Yep, 3 good cows so far. So, not a whole lot to do so far with them. All calved in good spots. Everybody was born, so yeah, makes it easier when it's just nicer cows that calve when it's ugly out. A lot easier. She was pretty easy getting in. She was really easy. She actually calved way out by the gate out there. She's just still in a really good spot. You know, the wind's from the east right now. So she actually walked up about halfway, and we put her in the calf carrier and rest the way right into the pole barn then. So hunky-dory in here. Seems okay. Get him out of the wet ground. Hey, buddy. What do you think? What? So, yeah, we got to put a cross fence up last night too, kind of from there's a post right there over to about here, and then going out to the gate out there. They can still drink water down there yet. But I'm probably guessing tonight that we got to put another cross fence kind of where that one T-post is at, right above my finger. There's a T-post there all the way to the tree, so they can't go out because the wind is gonna whip around to the northwest. Not supposed to be too bad overnight and tomorrow, but a little breezier on Friday. So then we're gonna put a bunch of bedding down. The windbreak here, over along here. We'll need some bedding over there, and probably some bedding for the second calvers there and by the calving barn too. So we'll need a bunch of stuff. Not a whole lot of bedding out here right now, just because it would just get destroyed. It's all wet. Wouldn't last very long. So during the day, it's not so bad. Can monitor them more closely. But tonight, once we feed, hopefully the snow lets up. We'll put a bunch of bedding down. So well, I'm gonna leave these girls alone. Go check the cows down here again. And yeah, I just figured you want to come in, bud. Hey, you. You want to come in? You calved at the right time, cow. Yep. Just to come inside then. What do you think, bud? You coming in here? You coming in here? You. Yeah, it's pretty nice in here. I suppose I'll leave these girls alone. I suppose. Yep, long ways to go yet. See, we're just getting started, but it's nice that there's only 2 heifers to go yet, so long ways. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for calving season. I'm just tired right now. Just tired, even though we had kind of an easier winter. Just now with the snow and everything too, and projects are just kind of being put on hold and whatnot. Other things I wanted to get going on and be delayed. Luckily, we got a lot of the fence fixed already, so have got the old farm to do yet, water spots, and then some odds and ends around the yard here. Then 3 days left.